Welcome to yet another video on Mufasa the Lion King, and today we're gonna be going over 5 questions the Lion King fandom has had for years now that this prequel story finally addressed. Some were faced head on while some were very subtle, but I was able to catch a few. There will be spoilers, this is your warning, so like, share and subscribe, and now let's get into what we have for today's video. Number 1 on my list is Mufasa's hunting skill. In the first Lion King film, we see Mufasa teaching the young Simba some valuable life lessons about leadership and the circle of life. And in that sequence, Mufasa also shows Simba how to pounce, which is basically hunting.
What are you doing, son?
Pouncing.
Let an old pro show you how it's done.
Now this may look like a cute father-son moment, except male lions don't hunt in real life. That role is reserved for the female lions, and the show even acknowledged that fact.
It's the lioness's job to do the hunting.
Yeah, but they won't go hunt.
So to make up for a male lion being a pro at pouncing, the prequel explains this by showing us the family dynamic between Mufasa and his adoptive family. Obasi, that's Mufasa's adoptive father, fearing the worst, cast Mufasa to live with the female lions to limit his association with his son Taka. And thanks to Mufasa's upbringing with the females, he grows up to be an expert hunter, a skill that saved him and his gang multiple times at the course of their journey. And that ties in perfectly when you rewatch him teaching young Simba how to pounce, because it was something he learned from his adoptive mother. Number 2 on my list is Scar's laziness. Now, Scar is a formidable villain, no doubt, but he barely gets his hands dirty. Like, he's more of a calculative villain, and the hyenas carry out the bulk of the work for him, like they started the stampede, the ravage, the pride lands, and so on. Meanwhile, Scar is often seen trying to take a nap, or he's eating, or stretching, or just looking tired. And in Mufasa the Lion King, we see that this is actually a lesson that he learns from his father, that a king is supposed to lie down and relax while others do the work for them. And since he grew up beside his father, this is a trait that he picked up. Meanwhile, Mufasa, who grew up with the lionesses that are hunters, is more active and faces challenges and fights head on. Number 3 question on my list is, who is Nala's father? Now, over the years, we've had theories that suggest that Mufasa could be Nala's father, because in the Lion King, there's no other male in the Pride Land except Mufasa and Scar, meaning that Nala could either be Mufasa's daughter, making her relationship with Simba incestuous, or she could be Scar's daughter, which would still make her Simba's cousin. And even though they are lions, it's still a pretty close relationship. And this lack of male presence in the franchise also extended to the second film with Kiara and Kovu, with many suggesting that Kovu could be Scar's son, which would make him Kiara's first cousin once removed. So a lot of inbreeding going on there. And to fix this, we're introduced to different prides for this prequel story. Mufasa gets lost from his own pride and finds himself in Taka's pride. Kiros has his own pride, Sarabi has her own pride, and when they arrived at Milele, we saw several lionesses and their youngs teaming up with Sarabi to fight against Kiros. So Nala is either the young cub we see with the lionesses at Milele, or it could be that maybe one of them is pregnant with Nala already. Either way, this prequel has introduced several prides, so Nala is very likely to come from any one of them and not just Mufasa and Scar. Number 4 on my list is, how did Scar get his scar? The Lion Guard to some extent answered this question, but compared to what we got in this prequel, it's not good enough. So in the Lion Guard, it was a venomous snake that injured Scar, and the venom kind of made him turn bad, and then when Mufasa nicknamed him Scar, he then knew Mufasa should be king no more. That plotline is pretty meh if you ask me. So for this prequel, it is Kiros that injured him when he was about to land the finishing blow on Mufasa during a fight. A fight which, for an honorable mention, caused the formation of Pride Rock. You know, I always thought Pride Rock was a natural formation, but no. Pride Rock came to be during Mufasa's fight with Kiros. Moving on, instead of Mufasa and everybody else calling him Scar just to make fun of him, the name Scar was rather an aftermath of his betrayal. I don't know, but which one do you prefer? I kind of like the explanation we got in this prequel story more. And for the final question on my list, are hyenas all bad? Over the years, fans have wondered why out of all the animals, the hyenas were the ones that are completely bad. Surely the Lion King should not be passing across a message that an entire species of animal is of no good. And the Lion Guard again tried to patch this prejudice with the song Sisi ni Sawa, meaning we're the same, where basically Kion was educated that not all hyenas are bad and that all the animals may have their differences but they're all the same. And in this prequel film, we got to see the hyenas living peacefully among other animals. They even joined forces with Mufasa and his gang to fight against Kiros. But then it looks like Scar got to most of them them and turned them against Mufasa, or maybe an injustice occurred against them, pushing them away from the rest of the animals. Hence the reason why all the hyenas we've seen beforehand are all bad. So that's all I have for this video. What other unanswered question do you think Mufasa the Lion King tackled? Let me know all that down in the comment section below, and if I think of more, I'll make another video like this. So like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.